Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to start by getting warmed up. All right. So we're going to start jogging on the spot, nice and light on our toes. All right. So we want to get the body warmed up a little bit now. March it out if you need to. A lot of you are familiar with the kind of warm up we do for body tone. So if you want to work with that style of warm up, do marching if needed. All right, we'll go into a couple of jump jacks. Bring your hands up about shoulder height to start. Remember, you can always step if you need to as well. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Jog it out on the spot. Good stuff. All right, we're going to start by kind of climbing the rope. So you're going to pull your arms up in front and lift your knees a little bit higher. Good stuff. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Jog it out. Okay, and then we're going to go for some heel kicks. Heels up to the bum. Good stuff. Kicking those bums. For 5. Remember, step it out if you need to. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Jog it out. All right, good stuff. And then hold it there. All right, let's go for a couple of arm or shoulder rows. So shoulders. All right, keep it as small as you need to. You can make it a little bit bigger if it suits. And make it a lot bigger if it suits. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's change direction. So small to start. Just shoulders. A little bit bigger if it suits. And then bigger again if it suits. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And let's do a couple of hip circles. Start small and slow. Good stuff. And then a little bit bigger if it suits. Good. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's change direction. Bring it back. Small and slow to start. And then bigger if it suits. Good. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Relax. Take a second. There's just 1 or 2 not muted, guys, and I can hear just a little bit of breathing is all, so I'm going to mute them. So don't mind me. Okay. Okay, perfect. So we're going to start, guys. This will be a little bit different for some of you. We're going to go a little bit more of a kind of timed workout. We'll be going 30 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. We're going to go 2 core exercises to warm up. I'm going to have my timer here. So you know me, not being able to count. All right. So our first exercise that we are going to go to is for an in and out. All right. So you're going to be down on the floor. You can pop your hands beside you. You can go 1 leg if you want. You inhale out and exhale in. Or you can go 2 legs together. All right. You can also take your hands off. Inhale out and exhale in. All right. So we're going to go 30 seconds there. We have another exercise and I'll show you during the 10-second rest. So let's have a little look at your phone. Stop sooner before the 30 seconds if you need to. All right. Ready to go for in and outs. In 3, 2, and 1. Off we go. So we inhale out, exhale in. Think about warming up through the body first. Feel this through the belly. You'll feel it through the hips as well. Remember, you can always pop 1 leg down. If you were working 1 leg, you can change it here. Halfway mark or 2 legs. Hands on or off. We've got 10 seconds left. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Our next exercise is going to be our Russian twist. So you're going to be leaning back only as far as suits, inhaling and exhaling as you cross through the body. All right. Again, think about the twist through the waist. 30 seconds, off we go. So lean back as far as suits. Think about your elbow going back, getting that twist through the waist. Remember, come up a little bit higher if that suits you better. Feel this a little bit even through your hip flexors to hold the body and trying to hold a straight line head to your bum. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a second. We go back to the start and we are going to go for our in and outs. All right. If you need to adjust anything, do. Getting ready to go in 3, 2, and 1. We inhale out, exhale in. Remember, you can always do 1 leg. Try not to depend on your hands fully. Good. All right, if you're swapping here, less swapping legs. Good stuff. Even with the stopwatch, I struggle. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. Relax. Take a little second. Russian twist next. All right, 30 seconds there. Then we do this once more on each one. Let's get ourselves ready. Legs in position. Arms across the chest. Lean back as far as suits. Straight line heads to your bum. Let's inhale and exhale as we cross the body. Notice I'm pushing my elbows back. I don't have to touch the floor, and I'm twisting through the waist. Good stuff. Nearly there. All right, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, relax. We go once more with our in and outs. If you need to change it for anything else or you want to take rest, do. All right, let's get ourselves ready. In 5, 3, 2, and 1. We inhale out and we exhale in. Think about lifting through your belly rather than pushing from your arms. Remember, one leg down if that suits you. You don't have to go back really far, or you can touch your leg off the floor if you need to. If you're working single leg, you can change for double. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. All right, and then we go once more for our Russian twist, and then we move on to the main section of the class. Ready to go? In 3, 2, and 1. You're twisting to the side, breathing as you go. Good. Twisting at the waist, straight line head to your bum. You hear any background noise, that's just Ronan floating around. I've commandeered the sitting room. Good, nearly there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax. Take a little second, take some rest. Stretch out the legs if you need to lie down, just to stretch out the hip flexors too. A little wiggle around, whatever is needed. And when you're ready, make your way up onto your feet. Take your time coming up. Okay. I'm going to raise up this a little bit, just as you can see, maybe a little bit more. All right, so we're going to start into our main section of the class, guys. We're going to be working again with that 30 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. We will be bringing in a little bit more high intensity as such to it. But of course, if it doesn't suit, leave out any jumps. And no weight is really needed apart from one movement. All you need to do is be able to hold something. So you can literally hold, you know, whatever you've got, a cat or, you know, something heavy, a dog, a bottle of water, whatever you've got. All right, so that's what you can hold for that. So we've got a couple of exercises. I'll run through them really quickly. Then we'll go back and we'll start. So the first one we're going to do is a pop squat. So what you're going to do, you jump out into a little squat, you pop down, touch the floor, and you pop back in. All right. Now, again, if the jump doesn't suit, you step. And you don't have to touch the floor, but you're reaching towards the floor. So your pop squat. Then you have your push-up, either going into a box, knees under the hips, hands on the shoulders, inhale down, exhale up. Or straight line head to your knees, keep the bum tucked in, inhale down and exhale up. Then we're going to go mountain climbers. So you set yourself up into a plank position. You can always hold the plank here, or if you want to hold on your elbows too. But if you're going mountain climbers, you bring your knee up and under towards your chest, slow or fast, whatever suits. What I don't want is this. All right, so keep that in mind. Then you're going to make your way up off the floor, and we're going to go for some skaters. When you go for some skaters, you're going to be jumping to the side, popping one leg behind, jumping up and over. All right, so like you are skating, we'll call it ice skating. Now, if the jump doesn't suit, you step, all right? Like a little bit of a lunge, but only going as deep into it as suits, all right? Or jumping. If you need to hold on to something for balance, do. We're going to go squat and pulse. We stay down in our squat and we pulse, squeezing through our legs and bum rather than just bouncing. Keeping our feet flat, only going as low as suits. Then we're going to go plate hold. We call it plate hold. This is where your weight comes into play. So anything kind of that you have as your weight, you'll be holding out. Your knees stay soft, tummy is on, bum tucked in, and you hold up in front of your chest or shoulder area. Here you're also going to be breathing a little bit heavier, so you need to try and control that breath. And every exhale, think about your belly button being sucked into your spine, so really, really strong through that midsection. Midsection. Then you are going to go squat to plank, so it's really called a sprawl. Now, don't have heart failure when you see it. Your hands go to the floor. You can bend your knees. You can either step back, step in. You kind of release your hands. Or you can hands down, jump back, jump in. Now this is where your little seat or your little puff comes into play. You can pop your hands down, step back, in, up, or you can kind of jump back and in. You can release the hands. All right, so that's our sprawl. Don't worry, I'll be doing them all with you. But grab anything that you need now, and then we're going to start. 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and that's what we're going to try and do. I'll do my best to keep the count, but you know yourself. All right, are we ready to go? I'm pretending I hear a yes, so we'll go with that. Okay, so our first exercise we're going for is our pop squat. Ready to go? So remember, we jump out, touch the floor, jump in, or step in. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. We jump out, touch, in. So nearly like a little jump jack with a squat. Remember, you don't have to jump if it doesn't suit. Good. Halfway. So you'll see now why you need the little bit of music for motivation. Good. Light on the toes. Remember, you don't have to touch the floor. Last few seconds. For 2 and 1. Good. Our push-ups are next, all right? So making our way down to the floor. Remember, you can go in a box or you can go straight line, head to your bum. Take your time. You're going to inhale down and exhale, press back. Keep that belly button tucked in. Elbows pointing to the back corners of the room. Good. We've got about 10 more seconds. Well done. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake out the arms. We go mountain climbers. Remember, you can always hold your plank on your elbows or your hands. Go slow or fast. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Keep your bum down and drive your knee up and under towards your chest. Breathe. Sorry for my labored breathing. Good. All right, we've only got about 10 seconds left. Remember, keep your bums down. Remember, slow it if you need to. Whatever suits. In 3, 2, and 1. Good. Gently making your way up. Remember, we go skaters. You can either jump to the side with your lunge, or you can step. Off we go. Little lunge and a little stride. So think skating. Remember, you can step. Only go as low into it as suits, or jump. Halfway. Use your arm for balance like you would walking. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Squat and pulse. All right. Feet in a squat position. If it doesn't suit to pulse, you can always squat. Let's bring it down and let's pulse. Breathe. Think about squeezing through your legs, squeezing through your bum. Just that little contraction through those muscles rather than just lifting your arse. Good. Remember, you can come all the way up if you need to, whatever suits. Whew. Good. Breathe it out. As low as suits you. Good. A few more seconds. I could be wrong at the time, but we got 5, 4, 3. Keep that chest up. 1. Good. Then we're going to go plate hold or weight hold. Setup is most important here. Knees soft, pelvis tucked up, tummy on, and hold that weight out. Let's go. Hold it nice and strong. Keep those knees soft. If you don't, this is what will tend to happen. So knees soft, protect your back. Breathe. Keep those arms long. If you need to do this with no weight, do. But feeling this in the shoulders. Well done. We've got 10 more seconds to go. If you have something heavy, I feel sorry for you. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Gently down. All right, we are going for our sprawl, so our little squat as such to plank, we'll call it. Like a little bit of a half burpee. Sorry, Joanne. All right, in 3, 2. Remember, you can use your stool. 1. Hands down, bend your knees. You can step back or jump back. Plank position. Jump in, release your hands to a squat. Hands down, jump back. Jump in, squat. Hands down, jump back, jump in, squat. Good. Nearly there. We'll give it 10 more seconds. That's round 1 done. We'll all have an idea what's happening. 2 and 1. Good. For round 2. Woo. Get a little second. Take a little second, get yourself a little drink. Okay. I told you it's going to be something different. Good stuff, guys. So we're going to do that 2 more times. You know now maybe what you need to adjust, what you need to take it a little bit easier on, whatever's going to suit you. But just try and enjoy the movements and still give quality. Are we ready to go back for round 2? Nice deep breaths. Again, I have the stove on, but you kind of can't not. It's Baltic out, but I feel it now. Okay, we go again for round 2. We are going for our pop squat. So remember, we jump out, pop down, jump in, pop up. Are we ready? Take more rest if you need to. Pop squat in 3, 2, and 1. We jump out, touch, jump in, out and touch. Make sure those hips go down. All right, not just bending over, hips down. Never want to go as low as suits, or you can step, whatever suits. Good. We've got 10 seconds left. This is probably the only one we'll have an accurate time for. For 3, for 2, 1. Good. Push-ups. Gently make your way down to the floor. All right, 30 seconds. Ready to go. Whatever version, off you go. In a box or a straight line, head to your knees. Inhale down, exhale, press. Think about your hips and shoulders lifting up at the same time. Keep that body nice and strong. 10 seconds left. Remember, slow it down. Go as small as you need to. If you need to just hold, do. 2 and 1. Mountain climbers next. All right, roll the wrists, whatever you need to do. Roll the shoulders. 5 seconds. Slow, fast, hold your plank. I don't mind. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Knees up and under towards your chest. Keep that body nice and strong. Think belly. That whole body working. Good. All right, we're about 20 seconds in. 10 left. Keep working. Remember, slow it down if needed. For 3, 2, 1. Good. Gently up. We're going to go for our skaters. You could kind of call them a curtsy lunge nearly as well. Ready to go? Off we go. We jump over to the side. Remember jumping or stepping, putting that leg behind and using that other arm for balance. Good. We have got 10 seconds left. Remember, step if needed. Only go as low as suits. Use the arms to add intensity. 2 and 1. Good. We are going for our squat and pulse. All right, feet in position. Let's squat it down. Keep your feet flat. Keep the chest up. Let's pulse. Control your breathing here. The squeezes on your bum to bring in your pulse rather than just lifting. Remember, if you need to squat, you can just squat, whatever suits. Slow it down. Control. Good. Okay, we've got, I could be wrong, 10 seconds left. You can give out to me all you want, but I can't hear it. Good. For 2 and 1. Good. We go for a weight hold or a plate hold, whatever you have. All right, remember your positioning is important. Knees soft. Let's go. Tummy on, arms nice and straight. Do not let those arms fall and keep your shoulder blades stuck back. Think about the front of your shoulders. You'll do a lot of work here, but that whole body. Remember, every time you breathe, sucking in that belly button. Good. I think last 5, 4, I could be wrong, 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. Once more, we go for our sprawls. So remember, our squat to plank. You can always use your poof as well, which will be a little bit higher off the floor. All right. Are we ready to go? 30 seconds. Let's go. Hands down, jump or step back, jump in, and or squat, sorry. Hands down, back in, squat. Remember, you can pop your hands on a chair, you can step back, you can step in, and you can come all the way up if you need to. Okay, we'll say last 5, 3, 2, 1. Good. Relax. Breathe. Take a second. Adjust things as you need to. So if that doesn't suit, you can always change it to a squat, holding maybe your weight. You know, you can change it to a lunge, whatever suits. So I don't mind. We have to go once more. And then we move on to a little bit of Pilates work at the end. How are we feeling? Good. Okay, great. Once more, get a little drink if you need to, and then we start again. Pop squats, push-ups, mountain climbers, skaters, squat pulse, weight holds, and our sprawls, our squat to plank. Okay, are we good? Good stuff. Pop squats, ready to go, last time. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, we squat out and down and in. Remember, you can step, you can jump, whatever suits. 10 seconds in. Remember, the most accurately timed move of the whole plan. Remember, keeping your feet flat as you squat and light on your toes. Last 5 seconds. And gently relax. Good. Push-ups. Gently down. Take your time. Box or on your knees or on your toes if you're familiar. Let's go. 30 seconds. It's not a rush. Try to keep your pace consistent through the whole 30 seconds. 10 seconds done. Remember, it's not about your forehead going to the floor. Think about your chest going towards the floor on a straight line. Head to your bum. Okay, we've got about 7 seconds to be exact. 2 and 1. Mountain climbers next, which are ones that I really hate. But look, we'll get them done anyway last time. Slowly, faster, whatever suits, or hands up on your poof if you need to. Let's get it done, guys. 30 seconds. Keeping those hips down as best you can. Still a nice strong plank position as such. 10 seconds in. Really, really strong through that whole body. Good. 20 seconds in. Remember, slow it down if you need to. Rest anytime you need to. 5, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Make your way up. Skaters. All right, take a breath. Are we ready to go? We'll give it to it's an even number. 3, 2, 1. Remember, you can jump or you can step using the other hand for balance. And even if you're stepping, you're using your arms for that intensity. So take it to the step if you need to, but you can always add those arms. Remember, if you need to be near a wall or hold on to a chair. Okay, just there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Squat pulse. Last time. Feet in squat position. Ready to go. In 3, 2, 1. Down and we pulse. Remember little squeezes on your bum. Keeping your chest up relatively. Good. Don't let your knees come together. Keep your knees pushed out. Only as low as suits you. Remember, if you need to come up and down to a squat, that's perfect as well. 10 seconds left. Good. For 3, 2, 1. Good stuff. We are going for a weight hold or a plate hold. Let's set ourselves up. Knees soft, hands in front, long arms and hold. Shoulders are locked back into your sockets. Remember, protecting the back with soft knees. And just hold that weight. Long arms, keep your elbows locked out if you can. We're over halfway. We're 20 seconds in. 10 left. Good. 3, 2, 1. Gently down. Okay, last one. Our sprawl, our squat to plank. With or without the poof, hands to the floor, whatever suits. Adjust it as you need to. 30 seconds. Let's go. Hands down, jumper step, in, squat. Hands down, jumper step, in, squat. Remember, the poof means that the upper body doesn't have to go as low, so that's why it can make it a little bit easier. Remember, the step takes out that jump, so that's why that can make it a little bit easier also. 5 seconds. Get another one in. Good. Relax. Woo! Well done, guys. Get yourselves a little drink. Catch your breath. That's the sweaty section done. All right. Good stuff. Take a little second, just relax. Nice deep breaths. And then we move on to some slightly calmer work. Hope you're all feeling good. Something very different for some of you. But always good to try something different as well. This would be kind of like what the body blast class would be like. Similar to that. So keep that in mind. Okay, so we're going to go on to some Pilates style movements. We're going to work on some bird dog variations. for some of you, you'll be familiar with the bird dog. Some of you maybe not so familiar with it, but just take your time. It'll mainly work through the posterior chain of the body, so all through the back of the body. So if you had shoes on and you want to take them off, now is an ideal time. They do add extra weight to your feet and would say inhibit the mobility through your foot when you go for some Pilates movements. Okay, so our bird dog. You can watch for a little second if that suits you. Hands on your shoulder, knees underneath your hips. And I want you to think about keeping your belly button tucked up into your spine. So we don't want to let the belly drop and bums up into the air. So think about tucking that belly up and scooping that bum in a little bit. So see the way my back has straightened out. All right, so we hands under shoulders, knees underneath our hips. And we have a bit of space between them. The feet, the knees are hip width. They're not in beside each other. The same with the arms. Again, under the shoulders, shoulder width. All right. So you'll be lifting opposite leg, opposite arm, lifting through the back of your body all the way down from your shoulder down through the back to the hip as such. This will challenge your balance and your kind of coordination a little bit. You'd be surprised how much that will be challenged. So you would inhale, lift opposite leg, opposite arm, letting the head follow along with the arm, not forcing it up or down, just let it move with it. And you can exhale, scoop your elbow towards your knee, sucking your belly button in and rounding through the back. You inhale, lengthen, lifting through the glute, the hamstring, all through the back, out through the shoulder, and exhale, scoop. All right. So we're going to give it a little try. If it doesn't suit you, arm and leg, if you struggle with your balance, you can always pop your arm down and just to your leg, or pop your leg down and just to your arm. So if you need to do that, of course, do. All right, so let's set ourselves up. We're going to stay on one side. All right, remember belly button tucked into the spine, nice straight line, head to your bum. If we go right hand, left leg to start. So we're going to inhale, lengthen, let your head follow along with your spine, and exhale, scoop your elbow towards your knee, suck your belly button in. Inhale, long. Exhale, scoop. Last two. Last one. Gently down. We change left hand, right leg, all right? So take our time. We're going to inhale, lengthen, lift through the back of the body, head follows. Exhale, scoop it in. And we're not forcing the head anywhere. Just let it follow along with the spine. We inhale long from our fingers to our toes, and we exhale into our belly button, into our spine. 3, 2, last one, and relax. Good. Take a little second, relax the wrists. If you do struggle with your wrists, if you do have slightly bigger dumbbells, they will help. Or if you have, some people I know have handles for like some push-ups. I have a couple of them up in the dome that some of you are familiar with. If you had those, or even if you have something that you can kind of hold on to with your hand, or if you want to go knuckles on the floor. So you can do that as well. Okay, so we're going to go again. We're going to add a little bit of variation into it. So have the screen nearby you that you can kind of have a quick little look, but you'll understand it as I call it. Take your time. If it doesn't suit, just relax, all right? So first side, we're going to go right hand, left leg again. All right. So we're going to inhale, lengthen. Just pause here for a little second and feel how long, how tall you are from your fingers to your toes. Think about a string being pulled from your fingers to your toes. And then exhale, scoop it in. Suck that belly button up into your spine, round the back, tuck your chin in. Inhale, lengthen. Hold, think long. Exhale, scoop. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Hold it out if you have it. Inhale. Now we stay here. So try not to let your belly fully fall to the floor. Keep your belly tucked up a little bit. I want you to lower your hand and toes to reach the floor and lifting up. If it doesn't suit, leave it out or just work with the leg if that suits you better. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale, scoop it in and down. Good. Relax. Roll the wrists if needed. We go to the other side. All right, other side. So we're going to go left hand, right leg. Don't mind my leg here. This is my bad leg, so it might not lift very well. So let's inhale long. And remember, think long from your fingers to your toes. Try not to let your hips twist out, hips facing towards the floor. Exhale, scoop it in. Remember, suck that belly button in, tuck your chin in. Inhale long. Exhale, scoop. Inhale. Draw that string from your fingers to your toes. Exhale in. One more. Inhale out and we hold. Good. Now, we're going to touch the floor if it suits. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Good. Last 3, 2, last 1. Exhale, scoop it in. And gently down. Good, relax. Take a little second, roll the wrists, relax the arms. Okay, good. So with the lift, you're bringing in a little bit extra work in through the shoulder, to that lifting, in through the back of the shoulder, really. And then with the lift from the leg, you're bringing in a little bit more glute. You're also having to maintain that midsection. So if you don't maintain that midsection, this is what you're going to get. And you're going to have your belly totally flopping to the floor and that big arch in your back, which can put a lot of pressure on your lower back. And we don't want to let the midsection of the body dip to get the arms and the legs higher. We want to think about being able to move from the shoulder and the hip joint by using those muscle groups through the back of our body. So that's what's different about that. I know it's good to be able to move your body in every way as such with that little dip and that arch, but for this movement, we're not trying to do that. So keep it in mind. Okay, so we're going to go again with a couple of those lifts, and then we have another little variation that we'll try, and we'll kind of see how we are then. Okay, so we're going to lengthen twice, and then we're going to go for up to 10 lifts through the leg and through the arm. If it doesn't suit, adjust it for anything that you need to, so don't feel under pressure. Okay, right arm, left leg. So we're going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, scoop. Last one, inhale, lengthen. Good, now set yourself up, nice strong balance. All right, we're going to inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 3, 4, keep that leg as long as you can. For 6, 7, think about the lift coming from the shoulder, glute. 9, last one. Good, scoop it in. Gently rest. We change, other side. All right, let's set ourselves up. All right, left hand, right leg. Let's inhale, lengthen. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, lengthen. And hold. We inhale gently to the floor. Exhale, lift. 5, 6, 7. Remember the lift coming from the hip and the shoulder joint, using the glute, hamstring, back of the shoulder. Last one. Scoop it in. Rest it down. Good, and relax. Take a little second. My foot's getting a cramp. Okay, if you do find you're getting a cramp at this point, you don't have to point your toes as much. You can push your heel and that'll just take tension out of that cramp. Okay, one more variation here. You have the option to leave the arm out and just focus on the leg, especially if you struggle with coordination. Maybe you kind of just want to have to forget about coordinating, and maybe you just want to focus on a bit of movement. So this time we're going to bring in a little bit of a leg curl. So like I said, you can leave your arm down or you can use the arm. But you would inhale, lengthen. You would exhale, bring your heel to your bum. All right, so that little lift of the heel to your bum is coming from the hamstring. Also constant tension on the glute to hold it up in place as well. But think heel to come towards your bum, and you can kind of just let your toes come out if that suits, but heel to bum. Try not to let your knee fall. Just bring that heel towards your bum. That's going to get those hamstrings to work. Just like a leg curl machine if you're in the gym. Okay, remember you can bring the arm in or you can leave two hands down, whatever's going to suit you. All right, so let's get ourselves ready. Of course, if anyone's struggling with the wrist, you could always come down onto your elbows. Just your leg might be a little bit higher, but just make sure to keep that midsection on. So if you need to do that, do. Right hand, left leg, all right? So we're going to lengthen twice, just like the last time. So we inhale, lengthen. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, lengthen, hold. So think heel to your bum, toes out. 1, 2. Remember, try not to let your knee fall too much. Keep your balance. 5. Good. 6. 4 more. 4. 3. Keep that tummy tucked up. 2. Last one. Good. Scoop it in. Whoop. Gently down. Well done. Take a little second. Shake out the hands if you need to. We go second side. Aiming for 10 curls. All right. Set ourselves up nice strong position. We're going to go 2 lengthens. All right. So remember, inhale long. Exhale, scoop. Inhale. Pause. And remember, belly button is tucked in. A little bit of movement is fine, but try not to let it go all together. All right. And hips are facing the floor. Heel to your bum. Toes out. 3. Good. 4. 5. 6. Keep that body strong. 8. Last 2. Last 1. Heel, toe, scoop it in. Rest down. Good. Relax. Well done, guys. Take a little second, shake out the arms. Okay. What we'll do is we'll give those wrists a little break. We'll do a little bit on the abdominals and then we shall call it a day. All right. So gently coming down onto your bum and take your time coming down. All right, some of you have been familiar with this, one of my favorite exercises, and I know I can see some eye rolls nearly coming through the screen at me. We'll just do a couple of single leg extensions and then we can kind of finish it there. So single leg extensions, working through the abdominals, working through the hips, that whole core area having to work here. So for the setup, if you're not familiar, have a look. If you are familiar, you can kind of relax for a little second. But you would set up into our neutral spine position and we'll run through that just before we start. So your back will be in contact with the mat and the legs to tabletop if it suits. Gently up with the head, neck and shoulders, or you can always pop a couple of cushions underneath your head. Hands on one leg, you would exhale, hug that knee in, and you would extend the other leg out. You inhale as you change, and exhale, hug the knee in. Try not to let your back arch off the floor, and always that midsection on. If you need to pop the leg down, of course you can. If you need to pop your head down, again, of course you can. Leg higher will be easier as well. Leg lower, and a little bit more of a lift through the upper body will be tougher. Okay, so let's make our way down onto the floor. Take your time going down, and especially for those who aren't so familiar, making sure to listen up. For our neutral position, if you weren't on the class last night, making sure to listen up even more so. Our neutral spine is a nice straight line through our spine. So I want you to pop your hands onto your pelvis, just rock forward and back through your pelvis. and finding that neutral position, all right? You go for a little tilt back into the floor. So think about bringing your pubic bone or your hip bones towards your belly button. When you found the position, you'll notice your back from nearly your tailbone all the way up to your shoulders is in contact with the mat, all right? Not that you're excessively pushing, but you can feel the mat all along your spine. That's what we're looking for. You'll feel that your abdominals are on. You'll feel from your pubic bone to your belly button, it's kind of nearly flat. So you'll feel those lower abdominals on. Think about putting on really, really tight leggings, tight jeans, tight belt. So getting that pelvic floor to engage here as well. And when you do that, you'll actually feel that lower abdominal area turn on just that little bit more. So from here, hands to the floor and bring your legs to tabletop, knees above your hips, ankles in line roughly with your knees. You can always leave the legs here to start, and remember you can work with your legs from the floor if that suits you better. But with that tabletop position, you should be able to hold your neutral spine, holding that back to the mat. This is where you're going to start to feel the abdominals kind of turn on a little bit here. Gently up with the head, neck, and shoulders. Pop your hands down. Gently lift the head, neck, and shoulders up from your belly. Hands on one leg. Take a deep breath in. Hug your knee in and extend the other leg out. Inhale as you change. Exhale, hug the other knee. Good. Well done. Go for 4, for 3, for 2. Last one. Bring the legs together. Gently rest down and relax. Good. So it's just to give you a little taste there on that round. So you inhale when you change your legs, because more than likely both legs are the furthest away from the body that they're going to be. So as you're bracing and supporting that midsection, supporting that whole kind of core area. So that's why you inhale when you're changing. You exhale when you hug the knee in, literally creating space to bring the leg in, but also really engaging through that midsection to hug that leg in. So that exhale, every exhale, think about sucking that belly button into your spine. Okay, now that you had a little taste for it, we're going to start working a little bit more with that. We're going to look for about, we'll say, 12 reps the first round. Adjust it as you need to. Keep one leg down, pop a couple of cushions under your head, whatever is needed. So let's get ourselves ready. Let's go neutral. So back to the mat. All right. Tabletop if it suits. Gently up with the head, neck, and shoulders if it suits. Lift from your belly. Hands on one leg. Now really, really engage through your belly. I know it makes it tougher, but that's why you need to do it. Hands on one leg. Take a deep breath. Exhale, hug it in. Push the other leg out. Inhale, change. Always exhaling, flowing onto your knee. So exhaling to your knee. 6. 6 more. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Good. Legs together. Gently down. Good stuff. So with that movement, you can kind of take it as easy as you want or as hard as you want and still look like you're going through the movement, but really you're just going through the motions. So with that, you really need to exaggerate everything. Think about that belly being on, and actually head, neck, and shoulders down is perfect. That suits you and you're newer to it and you're building your strength. But as you move along and you can lift head, neck, and shoulders up, really try and hold strong through that upper to mid abdominal area. Don't let that upper body, don't forget about it. So keep really, really strong through that upper to mid section. And we're also incorporating the hips here, using hip flexors to lift the legs, extending through the legs, getting quads, getting calves, and also stretching out through the hip and glute and the hamstring nearly as we hug the knee in. So there's a lot going on with this movement, and it's really, like we say, nice as you get used to it. So anyone who comes to the classes regularly will know I'm very fond of this. So we're going to go once more. We're going to aim for up to 20, giving like big intensity to it. This is the last bit of work and then we're finished. So let's get set up to a neutral, to a tabletop. Gently up with the head, neck, and shoulders. Hands on one leg. Take a deep breath and let's go. Hug it in. For 2. For 3, belly on. 4, don't leave your back, leave the mat. For 6, don't rush. 7, 8, good. 9, 10. Last 10, rest when you need to. 9, think belly, belly, belly. If your belly's not burning right now, you can give a little bit more. For 6, for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs together. Woo. Gently down and relax. Stretch the legs out, arms up overhead. Little wiggle around, stretching out the tummy. Oh, and hug your knees in. A little rock side to side. Hold on to your legs as well and squeeze every single muscle group through your body. Squeeze, 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 even your face, your toes, everything. And gently release everything. Well done, guys. Where you are, we'll just do a little stretch. So you can lie onto your side, take your time, doesn't matter what side you roll onto. And you're gonna hug your top knee or top foot into your bum. So pushing forward through your hips and keeping your 2 knees roughly in line, getting into your quads and your hip flexors in the front of the legs. Good. And gently release. We roll over other legs. You can just flip over. Heel into your bum, forward through your hips. Taking a nice big deep stretch or a big deep breath and gently release. Make your way to a seated position. Take your time coming up. All right. 2 legs out in front. We're going to pop the right leg over the left. You're going to pop your right hand behind you and hug that right knee in towards you. So you're going to turn to that side. You should feel that stretch into that hip and glute area on that side. And turning into it, just get that a little bit deeper. Good. Sitting up nice and tall, take a nice deep breath. Once more. And gently release. We're going to change. You're going to hug that left knee in towards you and turn to the left side. Sitting up nice and tall, take a big deep breath. And again. Good. Gently release. 2 legs out in front. You can bring the soles of your feet together, all right, and bring them in towards you. Now, if your knees drop down to the floor, all well and good. If they don't, you can give an extra push with your elbows if that feels good. Going to give the inside of the thighs a little bit of a stretch. So take a nice deep breath in. Sitting up tall, exhaling. And again, inhale. Good. Gently release. Gently make your way up to a standing position. Take your time coming up off the floor. All right, we give the hamstrings a little stretch. Some of you are familiar with this already. 2 feet together, step back with 1 leg. Sit back and down on your back leg. And the leg that's out straight in front, that's the leg you should feel the stretch in. So push those hips right back and keep that leg nice and long. Gently step forward, release, and we go other leg. We sit back and down on the other leg, keep that front leg extended long, push those hips right back, get that stretch into the hamstring. Gently step forward, release. Good. All right, we're going to bring the arms in front, separate the shoulder blades at the back. Take a deep breath into your back. Separate those shoulder blades. Nice big stretch across the top of the back. And exhale, looking towards your feet. Feel that stretch up into your neck and into your traps. Good. Inhale, look towards the wall in front. Exhale, bring the arms behind and lift them away from the body if it suits. Open up that chest with a big inhale. Gently release. Guys, we are done. Woo! Well done. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys.